Anansi the spider lived in a lush forest. The trees were tall and strong, vines hung like ropes, bright birds sang sweet songs. Anansi loved his home.
I love my home. It's so vibrant and full of life.
Anansi was a clever spider. He was small, but he was smart. He loved to play tricks. Anansi was always looking for a challenge.
I may be small, but I'm always up for a challenge.
One day, Anansi felt different. He didn't want to play tricks anymore. Anansi wanted something more. He wanted to be wise.
I want to be wise. I want something more.
Anansi had heard stories about a very wise owl. This owl lived high up. He lived at the top of the tallest tree. Anansi knew what he had to do. He must visit the owl.
I must visit the wise owl. I need to find wisdom.
The journey was long. Anansi walked through tall grass. He crossed a rushing river. He climbed over rocks. Finally, he reached the wise owl's tree.
This tree is huge. Its branches reach for the sky.
Anansi began to climb. He climbed slowly and carefully. He was determined to reach the top.
I must climb carefully. I have to reach the top.
Finally, Anansi reached the top. There he saw the wise owl. The owl was perched on a branch. His eyes were closed. He looked ancient and majestic. Anansi bowed low.
Wise owl, I have come to you for wisdom.
The owl opened one eye. He looked at Anansi.
Wisdom is not given, it is earned. Prove yourself worthy and you shall have it.
Anansi was ready for a challenge. This is what he had sought.
This is what I've been looking for. I'm ready for the challenge.
There is a proud lion. He lives in the savannah. Outsmart him and you will prove your worth.
Anansi was excited. He loved a good challenge. Anansi scurried down the tree and hurried towards the savannah. The sun was hot on his back, but Anansi did not slow down. He was determined to meet the lion. Soon, Anansi saw him. The lion was lying in the shade of a baobab tree. He was huge and powerful. Anansi knew he had to be clever. He needed a good trick. Anansi picked up a long, thin blade of grass. He crept closer to the lion and carefully tied the grass to the lion's tail. The lion didn't even stir. Anansi took the other end of the grass and tied it to a nearby bush.
Run, lion, run!
The lion woke up with a start. He felt the tug on his tail and thought something was attacking him. He roared and leapt to his feet, trying to run, but the grass held him back. Anansi laughed. He had outsmarted the mighty lion. He returned to the wise owl. The owl was pleased and saw Anansi's cleverness. Suddenly the air shimmered. Magical symbols and glowing books appeared around Anansi. They floated and danced, filling him with their light. Anansi felt a change within him. He was wiser now. Anansi returned to his forest home. He had faced challenges and learned from his experiences. Anansi had gained wisdom. He was no longer just a clever spider. He was Anansi the wise.